Hey warriors, welcome back. You know that moment when you're about to say something important and suddenly your heart races, your palms sweat, and your mouth goes completely dry. That instant when your brain screams, "Stay quiet, don't embarrass yourself." That isn't just caution, that's a weak identity holding you hostage. I used to be that person. I'd sit in rooms full of people, watching others speak confidently, take up space, get what they wanted, and I'd wonder, why can't that be me? Then I stumbled on a truth written over 500 years ago by Niccolò Machiavelli, and it hit me like a lightning bolt. The problem was never confidence. It was a weak identity, installed in me like a hidden virus, quietly eating away at my potential without me even realizing it. Think back to your childhood for a second. What were you taught? Be polite. Don't make waves. Wait your turn. Don't ask for too much. Stay small. Your parents, your teachers, they meant well, but they took a bold, fearless kid and slowly turned them into someone who asks permission for everything, someone who waits to be chosen, someone who shrinks so others feel comfortable. Now look at yourself. You stay quiet when you should speak. You say yes when your gut screams no. You make yourself smaller so the room doesn't notice you. That isn't personality, that's programming. Bad programming. Here's the thing Machiavelli understood that most people still miss. The world doesn't reward the timid. It uses them, steps over them, forgets their names. But here's the good news. Programming can be rewritten. Viruses can be removed. And that weak identity, it can be destroyed and replaced with something powerful. In this video, I'm breaking down 8 psychological brain hacks inspired by Machiavelli. These aren't just tips, they're deep rewires for your mind. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll have a full blueprint to become someone your current self wouldn't even recognize. Drop this in the comments to start. I delete the virus. Before we dive into the tactics, one thing you need to understand: your identity isn't fixed. It's not who you are by nature. It's a collection of stories you've repeated so many times that they feel true. I'm shy. That's a story. I'm not smart enough. That's a story. I don't speak up. That's a story. I'm not confident. That's a story. You've been running these stories for years, maybe decades, and now they feel real. But they're not. They're old scripts running on autopilot. A weak identity sounds like, I need people to like me. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. A powerful identity sounds like, I decide my worth. I act before I'm ready. My opinion of myself is all that matters. Same person, same brain, different story, different life. Here's the Machiavellian twist. Forget about being good or bad. Those labels trap you. The only question that matters is this: are you effective? Do your actions produce results? Does your presence command respect? That's what we're building today. Let's begin. Number 1. Kill the nice slave identity. Let's talk about the word nice. Everyone wants to be called nice. He's so nice. She's such a nice person. People wear it like a badge of honor. But here's the truth. For most people, nice actually means afraid of making anyone uncomfortable. Being nice usually means putting everyone else's needs before your own, believing that saying no makes you a bad person. That's not kindness, that's being a doormat with a smile. Machiavelli said it best. Men are so simple and yield so readily to the desires of the moment that he who will trick will always find another who will suffer to be tricked. In plain English, the nice person is the easiest target in any room. They can't say no. They can't protect their time or energy. Every manipulator, taker, or user knows exactly how to spot them. Here's the brain hack. Every time you feel that automatic pull to say yes, pause, just pause, and ask yourself, am I saying yes because I genuinely want to, or because I'm scared of 2 seconds of awkwardness? If it's fear, do the new programming. For example, old programming. Someone asks you to help this weekend. You had plans to rest, recharge, or work on yourself. You say yes, cancel your plans, feel resentful, and get drained. New programming. I can't do that this weekend. Maybe another time. No explanations, no apologies, no negotiations, just a simple statement of fact. Your new identity. I am not nice. I am fair and strategic. Fair. You treat people with respect. Strategic. You protect what matters to you. Start small. Instead of an automatic yes, say, let me think about it. Feel the discomfort. Survive it. Repeat tomorrow. Every boundary you enforce builds a new identity. Drop this in the comments. Fair, not foolish. Number 2. Reprogram your inner voice. There's a voice in your head that never shuts up. For most people, it's their worst enemy. It says things like, you're going to fail. Everyone's watching. You're not ready. You're not good enough. That voice isn't protecting you. It's keeping you small. It's the old programming fighting to survive. Machiavelli once said, where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. When your inner voice is weak, every difficulty looks like a mountain. When your inner voice is strong, mountains look like speed bumps. Here's the key. Your weak inner voice speaks in feelings. I feel scared. I feel like a failure. I feel like everyone is judging me. Your strong inner voice speaks in commands. Assess, calculate, execute, learn. Step 1. Start now. Evaluate later. Their judgment doesn't change my life. Proceed. The formula is simple. Feeling, command, action. Here's a practical exercise. For the next 7 days, every time you catch yourself thinking, I feel, immediately follow it with, so I will. Examples. I feel nervous about starting this project, so I will open the document and write the first sentence right now. I feel scared to put myself out there, so I will take one small visible action today. You're training your brain to turn feelings into fuel, not stop signs. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Feelings fuel action. Number 3. Use strategic masks. Here's something most weak people never realize. You don't have to be the same person in every situation. A lot of people hide behind phrases like, this is just who I am, or I'm just being real. They use authenticity as an excuse to never adapt, never grow, never become stronger. Machiavelli said, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Powerful people throughout history understood one thing. Different situations demand different versions of yourself. The warrior doesn't fight the same way he plays with his children. The merchant doesn't negotiate the same way he laughs with friends. Here's the framework. Develop 3 mental modes you can switch between consciously. The calculator. Use this when making decisions, evaluating opportunities, or handling money. Strip away emotion. Ask yourself, what outcome am I aiming for? Detach from being right. Attach only to results. The stone. Use this when someone tries to provoke you, insult you, or pull you into chaos. Nothing penetrates. Observe like a scientist. Their attacks bounce off, and your calm becomes your power. The watcher. Use this in unfamiliar situations, new places, new people. Speak 20%, observe 80%. Learn the unspoken rules. Identify opportunities before acting. Before any important situation, consciously pick your mode. Mentally say, this requires the calculator, or this requires the stone. This destroys the lie that you're stuck being one way forever. You're not just shy. You're not just emotional. You're not just awkward. Those were default modes you didn't know you could change. Now, you choose. Choice is power. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose my mode. Number 4. Destroy your need for approval. Most people live their lives needing constant approval. They crave nods, smiles, compliments, validation everywhere, all the time. That need makes you predictable, controllable, and weak. Machiavelli said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." You can't take control of your own life if you're always looking for permission. You can't move with power if you're waiting for applause after every step. Here's the detox. For 30 days, do one small thing every day that might get a strange look. Nothing crazy, just small acts of independence. Order something different at a restaurant without explaining why. Wear something slightly outside your normal style. Share an opinion without apologizing for it. Leave a room or situation when you want to, not when everyone else does. Each small act teaches your nervous system an important lesson. Disapproval isn't death. A strange look doesn't hurt. Someone disagreeing with you doesn't ruin your world. Your new operating system. Opinions are information, not instructions. You can hear them, consider them, but you don't have to obey them. You don't have to adjust yourself just because someone raises an eyebrow. The person who needs no approval cannot be manipulated. They cannot be controlled by social pressure. That's who you're becoming. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Approval not required. Number 5. Make fear your compass. Fear is the ultimate divider. It separates those who act from those who only wish, those who grow from those who stay stuck. Right now, your brain treats fear like a stop sign. Fear shows up and you slam the brakes. You retreat. You find excuses to wait. But here's the truth. In modern life, fear is rarely about survival. It's about ego looking bad, failing, or not doing things perfectly. Machiavelli said, "Never was anything great achieved without danger. Every great thing requires risk. Every risk triggers fear. If you run from fear, you run from greatness." Here's the reframe. Fear is a compass pointing at your growth. Fear of public speaking, that points to influence. Fear of starting something new, that points to freedom. Fear of putting your work out there, that points to impact. Fear marks the edge of who you are. Most people spend their lives avoiding that edge. You're going to run toward it. Practical technique. When fear appears, don't talk yourself out of it. Don't wait to feel brave. Instead, say, "Fear means I'm at my edge. Growth is here. I move now." Then count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and act before your brain invents excuses. Create this rule. If an action won't physically hurt you and fear of looking bad is the only thing stopping you, do it within 24 hours. Follow this for 6 months. You won't recognize yourself. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Fear points the way. Number 6. Separate your identity from results. Here's a trap that freezes ambitious people. They tie their self-worth to outcomes. If I succeed, I'm worthy. If I fail, I'm worthless. So, they don't act. They wait. They prepare endlessly. They research endlessly. Trying and failing feels like it would destroy them. This is madness. Machiavelli said, "All courses of action are risky, so prudence is not in avoiding danger, but calculating risk and acting decisively." Every action carries uncertainty. Every attempt might fail. If you wait for guaranteed success, you'll never move. Here's the shift. Stop measuring yourself by results. Start measuring yourself by action. Old identity. I'm successful if I win. I'm a failure if I lose. New identity. I am someone who takes action. Results are data, not judgment. Before any big action, remind yourself, whatever happens, you win because you moved while others froze. You learned what others will never learn. You grew in ways they never will. When everyone else waits for perfect conditions, you're gathering experience faster by doing more. The person who takes 100 imperfect actions will always beat the person who takes 10 perfect ones. Weekly exercise. At the start of each week, list 3 things you've been avoiding because you're unsure they'll work. Do all 3 before the week ends. Track completion, not outcome. Build identity on action, not results. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I measure action, not results. Number 7. Build confidence with evidence. Here's why most self-help advice fails. It asks you to believe things without proof. Believe in yourself. Be confident. Your brain knows when you're lying to yourself. Real confidence isn't based on wishes, it's based on evidence. Machiavelli said, "Men judge by the eye rather than by the hand." Your brain judges you by what it sees you do, not what you say. Avoid hard things, and your brain concludes you can't handle them. No mantra can fix that. Here's the solution. Generate evidence deliberately. Create an evidence log. Every night, write down 3 moments from your day where you acted despite resistance. You started a project instead of procrastinating. You spoke up when you wanted to stay quiet. You pushed through discomfort instead of quitting. Small entries every day add up. After 30 days, you have 90 proof points. After 90 days, 270. When your old weak identity whispers, "You can't handle this," you point to the log. 270 examples proving otherwise. This is confidence engineering. You're not waiting to feel confident, you're manufacturing proof that forces confidence to emerge. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I collect proof daily. Number 8. Install the threat mindset. Everything we've covered builds to this final piece, the crown on top. Most people go through life in defense mode. They enter rooms hoping nothing bad happens. They walk into situations hoping to survive. They live hoping the world goes easy on them. This is prey mentality, and the world can sense it. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." This isn't about making people afraid of you. It's about owning the frame in every situation. Either you set the frame or someone else does. Either you have options or you're hoping for scraps. Here's the mindset shift. Stop being someone who hopes for acceptance. Become someone others have to take seriously. Before any important situation, install this internal code. I am not here hoping to be accepted. I am here evaluating whether this deserves my time. They should be trying to impress me. You don't say it out loud. You don't act arrogant. You hold this frame internally, and it changes everything about how you carry yourself. Here's the truth. Nobody told you this. You are valuable. Your time is limited. Your attention is precious. Anyone who gets access to you is getting something worth having. Most people never think this way. They feel grateful for any opportunity, relieved by any acceptance, desperate for approval. That mindset ends now. When you enter a room, you're not begging, you're not hoping, you're evaluating whether your presence is warranted. This internal frame transforms your external presence. Your posture shifts. Your eye contact holds. Your voice carries weight. People feel it before you say a word. You don't announce your power, you radiate it. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I am the asset. If you watched this entire video, felt fired up, but then go back to your old habits tomorrow, nothing changes. This isn't entertainment. This isn't just another video to consume. This is about transformation. Here's your mission, non-negotiable. Within the next 24 hours, take one action from this video. Not think about it. Not plan. Do it. Say no to something you would normally say yes to. Turn one fear into a command and act on it. Choose a mode before your next important moment. Do one small thing without worrying about other people's opinions. Take one action you've been postponing. Start your evidence log tonight with 3 entries. Enter your next room carrying the threat mindset. Just one action, 24 hours, no excuses. Your old identity will fight back. It will give reasons to wait. It will whisper, "Tomorrow is better," or "Next week makes more sense." That's the virus trying to survive. Delete it with action. Machiavelli understood what most never learn. The world belongs to those who move while others hesitate, act while others debate, decide while others stall. The weak identity asks, "How can I become confident someday?" The powerful identity asks, "How can I become impossible to ignore right now?" You have the blueprint. The question is simple. Will you use it or forget it? If this video shifted something in you, if it finally put words to what you felt for years, it's time to act. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, someone stuck in the same patterns, fighting the same battles. Subscribe and hit the bell. More Machiavellian strategies are coming, more psychological weapons for people who refuse to stay small. Now, close this video and go do the thing. Your old identity is watching. Show it what's about to happen. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I cannot be ignored.